dive into discussion with Nalishevo Sambo, who is a Senior Operations and Compliance Officer from Umino Community Loan Services. Good evening, Madam.
Good evening, Mr. Chisenga, and thank you so much for having me. Hello, viewers. To
kickstart this program, I would love us to get to know what you are doing. Can you tell us what is it all about, what you're trying to do, and why is it called Umoyo wa Bwino?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chisenga, for that wonderful introduction. So like you have alluded to already, Umino Community Loan Services is a financial provider that provides financial services to rural-based SMEs. So of course we give loans to individuals, and these particular individuals need to own businesses or need to be SME owners. Yes. So as you said, we were established in 2017 and we've been operational in the eastern part of Zambia. I would say the eastern part of Lusaka and Eastern Province. We've been giving and offering loans to, small-scale farmers and businesses all around the province. Why Umino? So an interesting fact about Umino is that actually the name Umino is an acronym of Umoyo wa Bwino. So we got the UM and the INO at the end of Bwino, and we fuse that. The main essence of us doing that is because we are poised with a mission to provide fair and sustainable financing to rural-based SMEs. This is because we recognize that rural-based SMEs and agribusinesses do not have as much financing as in the urban areas. The urban areas are saturated with financing, but the rural areas where we believe the money actually is not supported adequately when it comes to finance. So that's why we have that notion, and we want to provide financing that is sustainable in that we not only give these people finance, but we also support them to make sure that their businesses are sustainable and elevate their living standards at the end of the day. That's why.
Okay, so what do you operate and what type of clients do you have?
Okay, so the type of clients that we typically work with are businesses. So we are an entrepreneurial-oriented finance providing service, and what we normally do is we support businesses with an equity as low as 5,000. Yeah, so before a loan is given, we evaluate and assess the business and make sure that it has been functional for at least 2 years, and we make sure that that business is functional in our areas of operation. So when we do that, we're able to establish and make sure that this is actually a rural-based SME. And apart from that, we mostly have a focus towards, small-scale businesses and businesses that actually provide, goods and services to the rural community. Businesses like, gardeners. We have the poultry business, people that have incubators for eggs, fish traders. So we are mostly, local, and we are at home. We are within the environment. Those are the kinds of people we serve.
Okay, so what makes your company stand out in terms of, financing the SME sector, which may be, obviously, I would also love to concur saying that what kind of agricultural schemes or projects do you normally finance?
Okay, so Umino has got two types of products: the small business enterprise loan and the business enterprise loan. So the small business enterprise loan gives finance from about 5,000 to 20,000. Yes, so mostly we give this type of loans after our evaluation of the business, and we notice that this is the type of financing that they need, and they are capable of paying it back, without struggle. Then we have the business enterprise loan that gives loans 20,000 and above, 20,001 kwacha and above, as high as 300,000. Yes. So we have businesses in these rural areas, and I think most people would not know this, that actually would need financing as much as 300,000, and Umino is there to provide that kind of business. And one other thing that really, makes us stand out the most is our flexibility. Our flexibility in terms of the collateral. So we offer, or we accept collateral that is biological and non-biological. So it can be fixed items like household goods, vehicles, a house itself, but biological like goats, cattle, and other biological collateral that we can use, yes, livestock, because we are at the heart of, the people or where we operate. We want to be very close to them, and also, we don't take ownership of the collateral. We take a record. If there's like a security document we can get possession of and allow the client to continue using it, because most of our clients are people that use this collateral in their businesses. For instance, it can be a truck that they're using to transport goods from the market back to their place of production. So that's what really makes Umino stand out in that regard.
So how have you worked with the Hedge project?
Okay, so I would like to commend, the USAID Age project for the great work that they're doing, and we are grateful as Umino to be able to be partners with them. One incredible way that they've been able to support us is through the facilitation of training of our loan officers, and this has been done by imparting knowledge and capacity in our loan officers to be able to train and be trainers of trainers to our businesses that we support. In that way, we just don't offer financing, but we also build capacity, indirectly through our clients to make sure that their businesses are sustainable, and they're also, employing sustainable ways of running businesses and getting basic knowledge such as business, management, and also record keeping. So in that way, the USAID Age has been able to help us facilitate such trainings and have been great partners in that regard. We hope that, this partnership grows and continues to yield more results.
Okay, what are the plans for this year, and also how do you intend to extend your services beyond Eastern Province?
Okay, so our plans for this year and going forward, we are planning to take up more of a strategic approach, in that we want to offer more support and capacity building to the current customers that we have. And one fantastic thing is that we, like you've said, we plan to extend to other areas of Zambia. Our plan is that we want to be a microfinance, or I would say a bank for rural SMEs, because rural SMEs lack that. Yeah, so we want to orient towards not only giving loans, but offering savings and also, long-term fixed deposits that also, give an opportunity for those that have accumulated certain amount of wealth to gain interest from that wealth, which is something that people in the rural areas lack. Yes, so that is our plan, and also we want to go to all the areas that other MFIs are not going to. The remotest areas are the areas we want to penetrate and help businesses in those areas to be able to thrive and grow and contribute overall to the economy of Zambia.
Thank you so much for sparing your time. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stenga.
We've come to the end of this segment. Do join us after this commercial break from our sponsors.